Brett, obviously not the final result that you wanted tonight, but you kind of sparked this comeback here. Just talk about kind of what the mood in the locker room was after your late goal in the second period there, and what you think allowed you guys to get those two early ones there in the third.
It definitely gave us some life. I think it just showed we just have to get the pucks deep and all that stuff, do the right things, just play simple and stuff. So obviously that's a team we should be beating most of the time, and I think if we play like that in the third, that game's a lot different than that would come.
It's been a weird journey for you this season. Obviously, you come into it without a contract. Hershey loses a guy, they call you up, they get you signed. You have to wait a couple of days with a visa, but in the end, you find yourself with this team. You've been up in Washington a couple of times too. Just talk about how this season's been for you and kind of where this season has kind of fit for you so far in your journey as a hockey player.
Yeah, definitely one of the crazier ones of my career so far, but unfortunate, obviously. Grateful the Caps came with the contract and gave me the ability to play, and I think I've done a good job so far. Obviously, to get the call up and play some games there shows I'm doing something right, and then obviously had a big night tonight. Obviously, wish we could come out with the win, but I think it just shows what I am as a player and what I can do.
Talk about the change in your role as a player from your first stint here to now your stint this year. Obviously, you were kind of one of those up-and-coming prospects. Your first stint here now, after 3 years in the NHL with Anaheim, you find yourself back here as a veteran voice. Kind of talk about what that change has been like to you and kind of how you've tried to step up as a veteran leader in that locker room with a lot of young prospects.
Yeah, obviously we got a young team, but try and lead through example for the most part. Obviously my game has changed a lot since I was first prospect. Got bigger, faster, stronger. I think just defensive game, everything, all small areas of my game just kind of took the next step, and it's been a fun ride so far.
Well, one of the things is you mentioned is the guys are pretty young in there, and coming from a late flight, they got to turn things around. You've seen it; it can be difficult to raise that compete level to where you guys want to get it. How do you help will the guys to that next level? I'm sure you can recognize when there's a guy that maybe it's the start of the second half of a regular season, hitting the wall, that type of deal. How do you help raise the compete level in the room without kind of understanding what they're all going through?
Yeah, obviously they had a tough schedule coming from Charlotte. Get in late, kind of day off, and then right back at it. It's a lot of a grind, and I think just everyone knows that. Like, we all work hard during practice, just all the days, take care of our body and stuff. So some days you just don't have it done. Obviously, a slow start for us, but as you can see, we did well in the second, and then completely took over the third. So obviously, we need to be able to get better starts and play with the lead.
Yeah, I mean, that's part of being a pro. I'm sure for all those guys that you guys as leaders or veterans let them know about the flashes that you've seen from this team. They have a pretty high bar, high level when everything is going well. It's got to be encouraging to see the level of play that you can see out of your teammates.
Yeah, for sure. We got some good players on this team. We can do a lot. Obviously, that third period speaks for itself. That's something that can be done on a daily. And yeah, good players, good skill, good grit. We got it all here, the capability.
Awesome. Thanks, Brent.